Cioran once wrote,
"It is not worth the bother of killing yourself, since you always kill yourself too late."
If that sentence made you uncomfortable, good. That means you're still pretending. You've been told to stay positive, to count your blessings, to find the silver lining. And where has that gotten you? Still awake at 3 a.m., still wondering if this is all there is, still feeling like you're the only one who can't get life right. Emil Cioran spent his life writing about what nobody wants to admit. He wrote, "Only optimists commit suicide. Optimists who no longer succeed at being optimists." You know what he meant by that? The people who break aren't the ones who expect nothing. They're the ones who believed life owed them something. The ones who thought if they just worked hard enough, loved enough, sacrificed enough, it would all make sense. But here you are, and it doesn't. Cioran said something that sounds insane at first.
The fear of being deceived is the vulgar version of the quest for truth.
He wrote an entire book called The Trouble with Being Born. Not the gift of being born. The trouble. Because consciousness, this thing we're supposed to be grateful for, is actually a burden.
You didn't ask to be born. You didn't ask to become aware, to know you'll die, to know everyone you love will die, to know that most of what you've worked for will be forgotten. We are all geniuses when we dream, and imbeciles when we wake.
Every morning, you open your eyes and remember, this is real, this is it, and the gap between what you hoped life would be and what it actually is. That gap is where you live now. Now here's where Cioran becomes dangerous. He wrote,
"What do you do from morning to night? I endure myself."
Just endure yourself, not improve yourself, not fix yourself, not become the best version of yourself. Just endure. And somehow, buried in that awful honesty, there's relief. Because what if you stopped trying to fix what was never broken? What if the problem wasn't that you failed at life? What if the problem was believing life was supposed to work in the first place? Cioran,
"I do nothing, granted. But I see the hours pass, which is better than trying to fill them."
You've spent decades filling hours. With work, with obligations, with other people's expectations. You raised children, built careers, maintained relationships. And now? Now you're tired. And Cioran whispers,
"That's okay. Man accepts death, but not the hour of his death.
To die any time, except now, except today. You're not ready to die. But you're also not sure you remember how to live. And that feeling, that awful, honest feeling, is where the truth lives." Cioran suffered from insomnia his entire life. He'd wander the streets of Paris at 3 a.m. And he wrote, "Insomnia is a lucidity bordering on annihilation. When you can't sleep, you can't lie to yourself anymore. All the distractions are gone. The TV is off. The family is asleep, and you're alone with the question you've been avoiding. Is this it?" Most people think insomnia is a problem to solve. Cioran knew better.
3 in the morning, I realize this second, then this one. Then the next I draw up the balance sheet for each minute. In the dark, you're not the role you play. Not the parent. Not the spouse. Not the professional. You're just aware.
Aware that you're going to die having never figured it out. And Cioran says good.
It is not worth the bother of killing yourself, since you always kill yourself too late. You've already killed 1,000 versions of yourself.
The person who believed, the person who hoped, the person who thought it all meant something. Those people are dead, and you're what's left. Here's what makes Cioran different from every other philosopher. He doesn't offer you hope.
Anyone can escape into sleep.
He wrote,
"We are all geniuses when we dream, the butchers, the poets equal there. But you're awake. You see clearly."
And Cioran sits beside you in that 3 a.m. darkness and says,
"I see it too. The meaninglessness, the absurdity, the cosmic joke. We inhabit a language."
He wrote,
"And then it inhabits us. All your life you've used words like purpose and meaning and legacy. But what if those are just sounds we make to avoid silence? What if the silence is the truth? And what if stay with me? What if that's okay?"
Cioran's last gift is this.
We must learn to savor our own catastrophe, not fix it, not overcome it. Savor it, because your suffering is the most honest thing about you.
It's the thing you can't fake, can't optimize, can't post on social media. You've earned your despair. You've lived long enough to know the promises were lies. And Cioran whispers,
"Now you're free. Free to stop pretending. Free to stop performing. Free to just be."
Even if being is tired, even if being is disappointed, Even if being is just enduring yourself until you can't anymore.
I'm simply an accident.
Cioran wrote.
Why take it all so seriously? You're not going to feel better after watching this. That's not the point. The point is you're going to feel understood.
Because somewhere in Paris, decades ago, a man couldn't sleep. And instead of lying to himself about it, instead of white-knuckling his way through toxic positivity, he wrote the truth.
The mind is the result of the torments the flesh undergoes or inflicts upon itself. Your mind is tired because your flesh is tired. Because you've been human for a long time now. And being human is the hardest thing a person can do.
He wrote,
all exists to end in a book. This is your book. These difficult years, these sleepless nights, these quiet moments when you finally admit you don't know. Write them down, not to share, not to inspire, just to say, I was here, I endured myself, and that was enough. We dread the future.
Cioran wrote.
Only when we are not sure we can kill ourselves when we want to.
But here you are, still here, not because you found meaning, but because even meaninglessness is worth watching. One more hour, one more day, one more 3 a.m. conversation with yourself. Cioran would understand, and so do I.